Have you ever wondered how to tap into the vast, infinite wisdom of the universe? To ask, and have an answer come to you in an instant? What if I told you that right now, in this moment, you can ask the universe anything, and it will answer you immediately? The problem is, most of us have been conditioned to believe that the universe is some distant, mystical force that works on its own timeline, leaving us helplessly waiting for signs. But what if waiting is the biggest illusion? What if the universe is always speaking to you, and it's simply waiting for you to listen, right now? You are not alone. You are connected. And today, I will show you how to communicate with the universe in a way that guarantees a response. No more guessing, no more waiting, no more BS. But before we dive in, hit that subscribe button and click the bell icon, because this video is going to change everything you think you know about the way the universe works. Are you ready to finally speak the language of the cosmos? Let's begin. We live in a world of constant noise. Our senses are bombarded with information all day long. News, advertisements, social media, and the ceaseless chatter of our own minds. It's hard to hear anything beyond the surface-level distractions. But the universe, it doesn't speak in words or images, it speaks in energy. Everything around you, every experience you have, every interaction, is energy. And energy carries information. The first thing you need to understand is that the universe is always speaking to you, but it's not through the means you expect. The answers aren't going to come in a loud, dramatic voice. They come in subtle frequencies, vibrations that ripple through your consciousness. The trick is to tune your mind to those frequencies. Imagine you're standing in a room full of people talking. The sound of their voices blends together, creating a white noise. But if you focus in on one conversation, if you start paying attention to the subtle nuances of that voice, what you hear becomes clearer, more distinct. The universe is like that conversation. It's not going to shout its answer from the rooftops. But if you learn to attune yourself to its frequency, it will speak to you, clearly, directly, immediately. This is where your journey begins, tuning into the vibrational frequency of the universe. But how do you do that? It starts with quieting your own inner noise. The mind is your greatest tool, but it's also your greatest obstacle. You can't hear the universe when your thoughts are racing in a million directions. This is why meditation, mindfulness, and inner stillness are essential. In this space of silence, you become open to receiving answers. Think about it. Have you ever experienced a moment of deep inner peace where an answer to a question suddenly just appeared in your mind? That's the universe speaking. It wasn't magic, it was a shift in your frequency. So how do you create this shift? First, stop looking for answers outside of yourself. The answers you seek are already within you, embedded in the very fabric of your being. Now, you need to ask yourself, are you truly ready to listen? Because until you are, the answers will remain hidden. The key to talking to the universe is not just asking any question, it's asking the right question with the right energy behind it. There's a big difference between asking for something out of desperation or fear, and asking with clarity and intention. Think about the times you felt truly desperate for answers. When you ask from a place of desperation, the universe responds by reflecting that fear back to you, magnifying the very thing you're trying to avoid. But when you ask with clarity, with a sense of deep knowing, the universe mirrors that back to you as well. Let me ask you this. How many times have you asked for something and then doubted the answer? Doubt is the number one thing that will block the flow of communication between you and the universe. Doubt creates a barrier that keeps the answers from reaching you. The universe responds to the frequency you put out. So, when you ask, you must ask with faith. You must ask as if you already know the answer is coming. The secret is to believe that the moment you ask, the answer is already on its way to you. Let me give you an example. Imagine you're in a dark room and you need to find a light switch. If you stand in the dark, doubting that the switch exists, you'll never find it. But if you believe the switch is there, you'll move with purpose, feeling along the walls, knowing that the light is just within your reach. This is how asking the universe works. You ask with absolute certainty that what you need will be provided. Now, here's the big secret to receiving an immediate answer. Focus on your energy, not the outcome. The universe knows what's best for you. So, while you can ask for specific things, trust that the response will be for your highest good. Sometimes, the answer won't be what you expect, but it will always be what you need. Once you've asked the universe with clarity, purpose, and unwavering belief, you must then prepare to receive. The biggest mistake most people make is they don't recognize when the answer comes. Here's the thing: the universe doesn't always send answers in the way you expect. You might be looking for a sign in the form of a rainbow, but the answer could come through a conversation with a stranger or an unexpected event. The universe speaks through synchronicities, coincidences, and the people you meet. It speaks through feelings, dreams, and moments of deep insight. To receive the answer, you need to cultivate the ability to recognize signs. You must learn to see the hidden messages in the mundane. Every moment holds the potential for divine communication, but you need to be present enough to notice it. I want you to think back to a time when something unexpected happened in your life. A random event that seemed insignificant at the time, but in hindsight, was a perfect piece of the puzzle. That's how the universe communicates with you. It's not always dramatic, but it's always profound. The second key to receiving answers is trust. Trust that the universe will deliver in its own time, even if you don't fully understand the timing. When you ask, you must also release the need to control when and how the answer will come. Trust that it's coming at the perfect moment. Remember this: the answer is always a frequency. To receive it, you must align yourself with that frequency. You can't be caught up in impatience or doubt. You need to live in the knowing that the answer is already on its way. Now, we come to one of the most crucial parts of speaking to the universe: letting go. Many people make the mistake of holding on too tightly to their desires, which only blocks the flow of energy. When you ask for something, you must also learn how to release it into the universe, trusting that it will be delivered in the right form. Letting go isn't about abandoning your desires or resigning yourself to whatever happens, happens. It's about releasing the need to control how and when the universe will respond to you. It's about detaching from the outcome while still maintaining a deep belief that what you need will arrive at the right time. Think of it like planting a seed. Once the seed is in the soil, you don't dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You trust that, in time, it will sprout. Your desires are like seeds. Once you've asked, trust that the universe is doing the work behind the scenes. Patience is key. This doesn't mean sitting idly by. It means continuing to live your life with faith and trust, while maintaining an open heart and mind to the signs and synchronicities that will guide you. Now that you understand the foundational principles behind talking to the universe, let's get practical. Here are 5 simple steps you can follow to immediately communicate with the universe and get answers. Set a clear intention. Before asking, make sure you know exactly what you want to know. Clarity is key. Ask with absolute faith. Believe that the answer is already on its way. Don't second-guess. Quiet the mind. Engage in a practice of meditation, breathing, or quiet reflection to open yourself to the frequency of the universe. Stay present and alert. Be on the lookout for signs, synchronicities, and messages. The universe speaks in many ways. Release and trust. Once you've asked, let go of the outcome. Trust that the universe will deliver. If you want to start receiving answers today, take action now. Ask the universe your question, and then sit back, trust, and pay attention. The universe is always ready to communicate with you. You just have to be ready to listen. Now that you know how to speak to the